Happy Tuesday to everyone on here. Welcome aboard. Of course, if you like what you'll see, please subscribe. And if you like, send a comment my way. That does not include trolling, personal attacks, or anything of the like. Feel free to do so. That's because I don't tolerate personal attacks. I don't tolerate trolling. You could say opposing ideals that does not attack personal belief, their personal political beliefs, or anything of the like. Please make sure you subscribe, and also, if you like to support my work, please always check out buymeacoffee.com/Matthew Holly, where you can help support what I do and create new material, and how to create new material with ideas with forward. Please always check the link in the description. But first and foremost, we are going to the four. The first four, that is, and of course a lot of people are picking Duke to pull off the win. And CBS. I'll tell you this. I'll say this. I'm a big fan of CBS Sports' predictions ever since they've done it. But I'm a bit, and of course, this says a lot to me as a fan of March Madness. First off, I'd like to start with Gary Parrish, who's been a CBS Sports insider, and he's got Auburn to win. And I will say this about Auburn. I mean, this is a good team. This is a very good team. They can make a run. They can make a run to the They can make a run to the Final Four. They can make a run to the Final Four. And with everything that puts them up to the table, they've won the NCAA. They're SEC champions. Bruce Pearl turned that team into a good SEC team. And he's done extremely well. Let's go. Gary said it better. Auburn has been college basketball's best team throughout the season. That's more than 4 months old. And that's why I'm sticking with the Tigers to win the national championship despite their recent struggles. This is from Gary Parrish. He said, yes, I know they lost 3 of the past 4 games. Yes, I know no team has ever won the NCAA tournament after losing 3 or 4 games just before Selection Sunday. But Bruce Pearl has been making history his whole life, and I won't be surprised if he does it again. Auburn will cut nets in San Antonio. Johnny Bloom will be the Final Four's most outstanding player. And to be blank, what? I can't disagree. Johnny Bloom is Auburn's best star for them. AP All American. Guy wants to win so bad. You gotta bet the house on you guessed it, Auburn. He's got Auburn going against Houston on April 7th. The Final Four is on TNT. It's on CBS. And they've done a lot, and they do a lot of games. TNT, True TV, TBS. To pairing up with Turner again. They've done this for years. Parrish isn't wrong. This is a good team. Matt Norlander, senior writer for CBS Sports, picked Houston. He said, over the past 5 seasons, it's fair to say no program has been more consistent, more rugged, more stubbornly successful to win on their terms than Calvin Sampson's Cougars. 2 years removed from a top seeded Houston team having a chance to win it all in their home city. I've got Hope finishing the job in 2025 in its home state. My reason? Great coaches, not often, not always, reach the mountaintop. Sampson is a great coach. I can't argue with that, but you probably might in the comments. This team is the best offense and has the 3-point attack by far of any team he's had. From Joseph Tugler's defense to Juwan Robertson's brute presence to L.J. Cryer, Emmanuel Sharp, and Milo Suzanne's sharp capabilities, all the pieces are in place for the Cougs to celebrate in San Antonio. He picked Houston against Auburn. He went for Houston. And I'm not denying. They made this is a very, very good. This is still and of course a very, very good and very capable Auburn, capable Houston team. Big 12 tournament champions, Big 12 regular season champs. The aforementioned Auburn, they made it to the Maui Invitational. SEC regular season champs. I wonder who made it. I wonder who turned that. I won the SEC that won that SEC championship banner. The Florida Gators are the top golden. I won't be surprised that Houston would win an NCAA title. And again, Jerry Palm, CBS Sports bracketologist, picked Florida, the aforementioned SEC champions. He said Florida is on a heater, entering the NCAA tournament, coming off a dominant performance in the SEC tournament. Winners of 12 of their last 13 games, all but 3 by double-digit margins. The Gators look every bit the part of a national champion. Their last 6 wins are all quad 1 games. Can't argue with that. They will probably find the first few rounds of the NCAA tournament to be easier than what they're used to be seeing night in and night out in the league. Walter Clayton Jr. leads a balanced scoring attack in which 6 players average 8 points per game. It's going to take a very good team on a very good day to take down Florida. He's got Florida against Houston. Man, and not gonna lie to you. He even got Michigan State, Duke in the Houston and Florida in the Final Four. Not gonna lie, that's pretty much qualified good. But there are cases for Florida as well. David Cobb, CBS Sports writer, said Florida is entering the NCAA tournament after a dominant year through the SEC tournament that capped an impressive season for a team that has no obvious weaknesses. The Gators have elite guards and a combi of eye-motivating sort of relentless on the boards. After grinding through the SEC, the Gators won't flinch in potential matchups with the 2-time reigning national champion UConn or St. John's and legendary head coach Rick Pitino. Florida has everything it needs to win it all, including a ton of momentum to win the tournament. Not going to lie there. Florida there. But also, there's a good... Even Dennis Dodd of CBS Sports did pick Houston, much like Matt Norlander. He says this about Houston. The difference in Houston this season is balance. To go along with the nation's best scoring defense is an effective offense. The Cougars are top 20 in 3-point shooting. The trio of L.J. Cryer, Milo Suzanne, and Emmanuel Sharp are actually one of the better scoring forces in the tournament. Suzanne just came off a career-high 25 points against Arizona in the Big 12 tournament championship game. Sharp was the most outstanding player in the tournament. Kelvin Sampson gets top rebounder Juwan Roberts, who had an ankle injury, back for the NCAA tournament. This is Sampson's best team he has had at Houston. A Final Four is almost a lock. Then we'll see if that balance transfers to win a national championship. The Cougars are 25-2 since November 30th. The only conference loss is by 1 to Texas Tech. Watch Sampson himself. If he wins it all at 69, is this his walk-off in San Antonio? Wow, I guess at 69, he really deserves to have a great year for him. He's done impressive. But now we get to the biggest name in the tournament. Jon Scheyer's Duke Blue Devils. And man, he took that team to new heights since he took over the legendary Mike Krzyzewski. And a lot of people, especially at CBS, did make their picks. Kyle Boone, CBS sports writer, said this: there is an obvious unknown here with Duke after star freshman Cooper Flagg, the favorite to win National Player of the Year, the front runner to be the number 1 NBA draft pick, and the all-everything for the Blue Devils, went down in the ACC tournament with an ankle sprain. But if Flagg can nurse himself back to full health, or something close to full health as Duke makes the run, then I'm simply betting on the team I think has the most talent, led by the best player in the sport. That can take the Blue Devils the distance, and I'm projecting it will. That's what Boone said. Kyle Boone said. Duke has won 31 games leading into the NCAA tournament and 26 out of its last 27 games. It did not have the resume of number 1 overall seed Auburn, which Duke beat during that run. But it has been the best team in college basketball for much of that span. Of course, the best team doesn't always emerge from the bracket. But in this case, I think Duke can do it. That's not saying much. Cooper Flagg is going to be the National Player of the Year, number one overall this season if he's healthy. That could be a good run for them. Meanwhile, Chick Patterson did pick again Duke, and he says Auburn and Houston have faced absolute landmines on the way to the Final Four, and that opens things up for Duke and Florida, who may be the number 2 and number 4 seeds in this tournament, according to the selection committee, put on the number 1 and number 2 teams on the board for a national title odds. The ACC and SEC tournament champs each showed their versatility over the last week. That's why I think they'll endure the path to the title game. Duke won 2.5 games without Cooper Flagg, who got an ankle injury again, and looked excellent against Louisville, with the Blue Devils depth on full display. Florida just beat 3 of the top 18 teams in the NCAA tournament selection committee's rankings in back-to-back nights, en route to cutting down nets in Nashville. Ultimately, Chip Patterson said, I'll take Duke over Florida in the title game, but feel more confident about both teams making it to the Final Four than who ends up on top should they meet on the final Monday night of the season. And he's not kidding. Florida Duke. ACC, SEC showdown. That is, he's calling it right there and right now. Cameron Salerno for CBS Sports did pick Duke. He says Duke enters the NCAA tournament feeling relieved after superstar freshman Cooper Flagg appears to have escaped a potential tournament-altering injury. The Blue Devils showed up their depth and experience during the ACC tournament without Flagg in the lineup and have a favorable draw to get back to the Final Four. Flagg can bring a championship back home to Duke and solidify himself as one of the most accomplished one-and-done players in college basketball history by winning a national title. Duke will be the last team standing in San Antonio. Isaac Trotter, CBF and CBS writes, Duke has lost one game since November 28th. One. That's just so hard for me to overlook, and I like Duke's processes on both ends of the floor. The Blue Devils create a boatload of catch-and-shoot threes or shots at the rim. Duke is also elite at protecting the rim, with maybe the best shot blocker in the 2025 NBA draft. What does this recipe remind you of? Oh, UConn. The game plans that fueled UConn can be the exact same blueprint Duke can use to win the title. So that was, if you looked at it, Auburn versus Duke. Pretty much easy. Duke is pretty much says it. And I'm not pretty much gonna say much, but Josh Nagel, senior analyst at CBS, said, even though this is a chalky pick, the Blue Devils have the potential of a team capable of cutting down the nets on the first Monday of April. Their depth of talent was illustrated in the rolling into an ACC tournament title without the services of Cooper Flagg. Excuse me. The dynamic freshman who will likely scoop up National Player of the Year accolades. Duke has 10 players, averaging double figures in 10 minutes and top 10 efficiency ratings on both ends of the floor. Although it's tough to trust a freshman-heavy lineup to win it all, it's also difficult to envision Duke getting knocked out. And he does pick Duke in Florida to be the number 2, the number 1 and number 2, to be the battle for that Final Four. You can't ask for more than that. But the national championship one will come to a real good end on the 7th. But I will say this. Duke has the best chance to win it. Cooper Flagg gets the national title Player of the Year. And if anything is all said and done, Duke gets the job. You got to win. They got to win. Period. I'm going to cut this short, but thanks for watching. And I'll be a good human being. Stay happy and stay healthy. And I'll catch you next time. Like what you see? Buy me a damn coffee. Link in description.